take it off because it just becomes a problem for cancer. And now some of the randomized studies are saying you never remove an ovary unless it's diseased, because it continues to produce hormone, a little bit of estrogen and a lot of testosterone. And testosterone is also converted in the fatty tissue into estrogen. So it keeps women healthier when you leave it behind, whereas the risk of having ovarian cancer is less than 1 in probably 10,000 women when you leave the ovary behind. So we're reading to the point that you shouldn't remove the ovary, even if the woman is postmenopausal. But at the very least, we should discuss these things with them, that there are a lot of advantages to leaving it behind.
And you know, we were really focusing on the sexual act, like you know, that the wife can talk to the husband about it and all. It could also be because of what we mentioned, that the disease is involved, that you know, the act cannot really be done just like that. Then maybe the talk could be how are the other alternatives that we can do to intercourse, because that is not, that the love act is not really equals the sexual act, right? And so
but there
what
are
are the
very
other
many
things?
ways of satisfying the sexual needs of both men and women, even without actual intercourse. A lot of fondling, a lot of manual and oral stimulation can bring them to climax just the same as
But then again, the
sex.
fear of the woman, the fear of wives, that their husbands will say, what kind of,
And then it goes back to the
kind of
relationship,
woman
the
are
original
you?
relationship.
Yes.
Communication, patience, understanding. So if it's a bad relationship from the very start, how can you expect that in the menopause you will say, dear, you know, it will never work. It has to be from the very start. And that's why it's a very big teamwork from the very start of the marriage. And unfortunately now most of the men are becoming more conscious about things like this.
So I'm beginning to have the impression, Doc, that the quality of the sex life is not necessarily affected by age, but it's more of mental health, physical health, and
There is
the
some
relationship.
effect, but the relationship has to be healthy from the very beginning. It doesn't become healthy after the menopause. If it's bad before, it will be worse.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And so as what you said, communication is the heart of everything. Not just,
They say over there, a little bit more to this side, a little bit higher, faster, slower.
and then women usually are
Are
very
shy about
yes,
saying,
you
yeah,
can't-
that part hurts. No, not there.
Yeah.
They have to be able to say it.
and
men
I
should
think
also
Of course, the men should ask.
men
is this
must
good?
yes, men must be sensitive
Yes.
towards that too, because you can just I like it and boop, that's it, I'm done.
And roll over.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, usually it's also the male's role in not just initiating, but in also trying to be sensitive throughout the process, no? So,
Leading.
not yes, or for you not to be not to be insulted or not to be insecure when the wife is the
Gives
lead,
a feedback,
is
yes.
the initiator, isn't it?
Yes.
Because usually
They should be flattered.
exactly, the husbands will say, what's the matter with maybe she wants more and I can't give it to her, or something like that, no? That's why the
Signals
wives
should be
are
there. Small signals from the morning, you know, when you're going off to work, the signals are there. But you know, when you come home and your wife didn't even take a shower, and you know, okay, how can you say
So in other words, I'm not interested. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a surprise guest towards the last portion of the show. He's around, so we are trying to snatch him and bring him over for his mature viewpoint. More on Healthwise when we come back.